Thanks, everyone. So I think the consensus in the room was that this conversation will be embargoed until 6 a.m. UK time tomorrow, which is Thursday, 20th of July. Cool. Okay, perfect. Who would like to kick us off?
Sure.
Anton.
Hi.
Look, there's only one place to start, obviously. How difficult has it been going into this World Cup cycle with negotiations and bonuses still going on?
I don't think it's difficult. I think we've had a lot of these conversations probably over the last however many years. It's just not everything's always seen by the public. I think together as a team we're pausing them conversations to obviously focus on the World Cup, but we just want to keep growing the women's game.
How different have these negotiations been then compared to previous ones?
Well, we have different group of players. The game's growing so quickly, so I think conversations have been different, but I think it's just been to try and fight in the right area of where the game is right now. So, I think together between players and the FA, we're just trying to go on the same path and obviously have questions between each other.
How much of this has been about making sure you get paid what you're worth, considering how the game has grown, especially in the last 12 months?
I think there's a lot of areas, really. I think it's, it's not just about money, it's not just about kit or facilities. I think there's so many areas we're trying to grow, and we're trying to obviously just do it in the way the women's game's grown as well. So, I think it's about us as a team believing in, the next generation as well, having the best possible situation to play football.
Do you think ultimately you'll need to have a collective bargaining agreement like other countries have to make sure this doesn't happen again when you go into a major tournament cycle?
It's a hard thing to talk about now about the future. I think right now we're focused on the World Cup, and whenever we can try and build the women's game, we're going to push for that as a team.
Thanks, Anton. We'll go to Jeremy at the front, please.
No, for something completely different, nothing to do with pay. I just want to ask a little bit about your family, who's coming across. Have you had a chat as a group in terms of plans? How many people are going to come across, whether coming early or later in the tournament? Very, very simple question. Who's coming to support you, and have you spoken as a group about the arrangements for the families who are coming over?
Yeah, so my dad will be coming over for the second game, and my cousin actually lives in Melbourne, so it's nice that I can see him. He basically moved here and never came back, and I can see why. It's a beautiful country, so and we've had obviously great support from our national team to help with our families being here.
Can I ask what it's like compared to when you were last here as a 17-year-old? Is it quite good fun coming back and just enjoying Australia again?
Yeah, me and the likes of Lucy Bronze, we've always spoke about our Under-17 World Cup in New Zealand as one of the best tournaments we've ever been to. So I think to be here again, it's just fantastic. I mean, it's a beautiful country, and it's an honour to be here really for a top World Cup.
Thanks, Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of fan interactions have you had since you've arrived to Brisbane and Australia?
It's been incredible. We've been really welcomed into the country. As soon as we've been to airports, people have been coming up to us, and everyone knows about this World Cup. So, hopefully we can perform on and off the pitch and make people, want to watch us as well.
Do you think that being from England and the ties to Australia, you have a little extra fan base here?
I hope so, but I think it's definitely shown since we got here. We've been, like I said, so welcomed here. And, hopefully we can show that we've really enjoyed being a part of the culture and an incredible country.
Thanks very much. We'll go to Luke at the back. Yeah, that'd be helpful. Thanks, Luke.
Hi, Jordan. How is it for you to just be at a major tournament, to be fit and well and representing your country again on the biggest stage?
It's huge. I am lucky that with all the injuries, it's my fourth major tournament. So this was a big one that I wanted to be at. I think when you miss something, it makes you want something even more. So yeah, I'm truly honoured to be part of such a successful team and and be here to compete with the best.
Are you one of the sensible ones now, being one of the older players?
I've definitely learnt my lesson a few times, but look, football, I think we all know it comes with the good and the bad. So I think I've just got used to taking it more day by day rather than thinking about, 4 or 5 weeks ahead. It's just staying focused on the goal and being in the best possible position for Serena in selection.
And how does it feel to be a senior player now, to come into these squads, and you have to kind of manage the younger players a little bit, I presume?
Yeah, it's so weird because you remember being called like a kid, and it feels like yesterday, and now I'm obviously going into the older category, but I think naturally you take responsibility of certain situations and your experiences, but I think on a whole we've got a great group here that really you don't need to have too many conversations with.
Lovely. Thank you and good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Luke. Yep. We'll just go in front. Sorry, next to Chloe. I forgot your name, sorry. Sorry, Jacob, thank you.
Hey, Jordan, afraid back to pay for this. Could you just give us a quick bit of kind of what the mood's like in terms of, are these discussions just kind of a general part of conversation, or are you almost setting side apart to speak about this as a group?
What's this for, sorry?
These discussions, overpay.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of, are you setting time aside so it doesn't kind of infringe on your day-to-day existence, or is it just kind of a daily kind of topic of conversation?
No, as soon as we've obviously put out together a post, that's us fully focused on the World Cup. So naturally there's been discussions but we're fully here and ready for the tournament.
And was it a collective decision to kind of park this for the tournament, or kind of internally was there kind of robust discussion between the squads who maybe thought there should be different tactics?
No, we're fully one as a team. We're a big family that are growing the women's game, so everything we've discussed has been as one.
Thanks, Jacob. We'll just go to Molly behind, then we'll come to you.
Hi, Jordan. You mentioned to Luke you're kind of one of the more senior players now. I wonder if you think back to like your first major tournament, kind of even the things that we're speaking about today, and the idea of this open letter that's been sent, I guess is something that you wouldn't have felt was possible back then because of the platform that those teams had. Is that something that you feel now? And, I guess Lucy spoke about feeling empowered.
I think the game's just grown so much because we did have a lot of discussions, even back then it was just the game wasn't as big. So I think naturally, whether you're one of the younger players or older players here, we're a team that are together and, trying to grow the women's game.
Thanks, Molly. We'll go to Tom, and then we'll take a few more questions from the floor. Thanks.
Hi, I'm just wondering, is there anything different about this group compared to the previous ones that you've been involved in terms of, I don't know, aims, goals, aspirations, or the way the group is together as well?
Oh, God, I mean, you play a part of so many teams, don't you, with different experiences. But I think this team's just phenomenal. I think every team I've been in have been competitive and wanted to do the best possible wearing the England badge. So, yeah, it's a great to be a part of any squad that I've been a part of.
Thanks, Tom.
Hi. So I'm just wondering, what impact has the team's success with, winning Euros, and if you're successful here in this upcoming tournament, had on the growth of women's soccer, and how important is that to you and the team in general, of the growth of youth in women's soccer?
It's always been huge. I think being a part of the game for such a long time, I think every tournament that's come, we've said, oh my God, look how the game's grown now. And for the girls to win the Euros, it was obviously such a huge impact for the growth in the women's game. So this is another big stepping stone. I mean, it's a World Cup, so yeah, everyone I think knows how important this will be for the growth of the game.
Thanks very much. We'll just go behind you.
Jordan, more of a light-hearted one. Is there anything culturally that you've enjoyed doing since you've arrived as a team in Australia? And I think everyone in the room can attest to how nice has it been in a country where you can wear shorts and t-shirts in the winter.
I know, I think some people were like, God, you wear shorts and t-shirts, because obviously it's their winter. But yeah, 20 degrees to us is lovely. So, I mean, it's just been nice. Obviously, we're on the Sunshine Coast, and we're a 30-second walk from the beach. You're waking up to kangaroos outside. So, yeah, I mean, we can't complain in terms of the experience that we've had. And, you know, hopefully we can gain more of that over the tournament.
Thanks so much. We'll go to Tom at the front.
Thank you. Just sticking with Australia, Jordan, could I ask you about the Australian team who tomorrow will kick things off on this side of the draw? A team that you will know lots of them well from your club career. How good are they? Are they a real contender? Do you see them as one of the threats in this tournament?
Of course, I think that's the exciting thing about a World Cup. I think everyone's a threat, and they've got top players. So I think it also showed the Lionesses in England having that home nation and support behind you. It will be an incredible boost for them. So, you know, there will be a top team that have top players as well.
And I'm saying slightly different. Can I ask you about, you mentioned talking as a group about things and being one as a group. Have you spoken as a team about the armbands, because it's 8 to choose from for this tournament? And have you spoken yet about what you might want to go for on the different topics that supports, and where are the group standing on that?
We've had some brief conversations, but I think that'll be discussed a little bit closer to the game. But obviously, you know, we know our values and equality, etc. So, yeah, that'll be finally finalised soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tom. Any more questions from the floor? If not, we'll call it a day there. Thanks for your time, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.